everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And today, for this week's Monday, we're going to make a Christmas card because I still need to use some more Spectrum Art Creations products. It's not like I don't have a few to use. So I have this sticker book from Kaiser Craft called Under the Gum Leaves, but it's like a down under Christmas collection. Look at the big little koalas and the kangaroos and the parrots. So we're going to use these sticker books today as soon as I move Tabitha. Go outside, sweetie. It's cooler out there. To make a Christmas card. And I'm looking at these colors and I'm thinking that Cherry Cobbler from Stampin' Up is probably going to be my best bet. And I couldn't get to a base, so what about Bravo Burgundy? Bravo Burgundy would be another good one. I'm not seeing my Bravo Burgundy, and I'm not reaching today, not with my back. So I'm going to go up here. I'm starting with an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I'm going to cut this at 5.5 inches. Which is going to cut it in half. Okay, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to go to 4 1/4 on one of the pieces, still going horizontal, and that's going to let me score that again in half. Okay, so we have that part. We've made progress. We have that part. Okay, and then we're just going to take our score tool and burnish that and get a good solid crease on there. Now we are going to need to have something else on here. I just don't know what. I'm thinking maybe we need some of these things are going to need a mat. And I'm looking at this with the burlap behind it, and I'm thinking, what if we put burlap behind one of these others, and we can make this really super simple. In fact, let's do this differently. Let's do this. I probably have a white down here. I do. I have a white card base. And because it's a store-bought card base, I'm not sure the dimensions, so let's check. It is 5.5 by 4 1/4, so we're good. So which means if I want to do a mat that's a little bit smaller than this, I need to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to start by cutting this one at 4. And I'm going to go ahead and cut another mat while I'm at it. And then I have that I may need to use by 5 1/4. And what this does is it makes it a 1/4 inch smaller all the way around to form a perfect mat in the center of that white card. So if you're not a card maker, there you go. There's a tip for you. Now I want to make sure that my book is entering either this way or this way. And then this is going to go on here like this. And then I have a roll of burlap up here that I think would be the perfect width for this. Have to make sure that all the plastic goes in the garbage because I don't want my kitty cat to get a hold of it. And I'm going to cut this off just so I'm not working with the whole thing. And the neat thing about this ribbon from Dollar Tree is you can go in here and you can cut these threads just like this. And you get 2 ribbons for the price of 1 because you get the burlap and you get the lace, like that. And then just go back and pluck your little furry threads out of the way. Throw them away. And if you want, you can take the ribbons off the sides and it's no longer a wire edge ribbon. We can do like that. And come back like this. Okay. And we could mat. Let's see what we're going to do across the bottom first. We have several options here. I like this one. And I like this one. And I'll show you why I do that. Oh, you know what? Let's not do this one. You'll see why here in just a minute. Let's do this one because it has the burlap backing on it. So we can do that. If I can get my fingers to pick that up and get it out of the way. Now see, this is going to be just a little bit long, but we have room. But I'm going to come back in with this one first. Just like that. And then come back in with this one. And it creates that mat. Now we can come back in with our sticky scissors and cut that off out of the way. And that's going to let us bring that burlap back into our spot. So our card's going to be going this way. Okay. And I want to use, let's lighten this up a little bit. Oh no, we were going to go with this one. All roads. Well, that one's on there already. I don't know if I want to do that one now. Now that I see that, I don't know if I want to do that. Because it says the same sentiment. Oh! What about if we do this on the burlap? It's almost too wide. But it lets it show just a little bit. We could do that. And then come in with, it's really hard to get in here and get this. I've got these banners that I can use. We have these that we could use. If we do that, then we're probably going to want to put that over here. But then I think it's going to be too heavy. So let's go in here. There's a thought. There's a thought, but I don't know if I want to use. Green seems a little dark. That seems a little big. What about if we use Just Season's Greetings? And do that one. And then come into this corner with a floral. I think I like that. Let's see where this came from and put it back right here. And see, once you take these off, they don't want to stick back down very well, so let's see what we've got here. Looks like we have a couple of pages of everything. I really like one of these florals. But I'm afraid they're going to be too big. But what happens if we do that? I think I like that, but I think, if I haven't pushed that down, I think I want to come back in and distress this a little bit. Give it a little color. Kind of tone that white down a little bit. A lot. It's what happens when you hurry. But I'm 3 hours from Donna's. And I haven't packed anything yet. Going to her place was a last minute decision this morning. So we can come back in there like that. And then we'll dust this before we put it on the burlap. Take the collections that you have, and because that's got a little bit of extra something on it that it's not square, I'm going to add a little bit of my craft glue onto there because I want to make sure it's going to stick. So let's come back. In fact, I think I'm going to use my silicone spatula. So I can come in like this and dust it on, scrape it around. Okay. take off the excess glue, put it on there, and then we can come back and put some of this craft glue on the back of this burlap, because it's probably the best thing to hold this burlap in place. And if you'll notice, I'm just putting it in the center so that we have the edges free, which is, if you don't glue everything down tight, you get a little extra movement and texture. Okay, we have that. I could have backed that up a little bit, but I'm fine with that. We're going to pull these shards off. And now I can come back with my Tombow glue and the thing to remember before you glue any mat in place is to make sure your card is opening the right direction and that this is going on right side up. Don't ask how I know. Now, because I want to make sure that gets a good adhesion, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to rub the back. This lets me impress that glue into places where I need it without taking the chance on moving my elements on the front. Now, are we done? Absolutely not. We couldn't possibly be done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with those stickles that I bought from Maddie that we used yesterday, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to add 3 little bling dots up here in the corner. We can come back and brush the stickles on the flower petals and give them a little extra sparkle. This isn't a poinsettia. I'm going to call it a Christmas rose. I don't know what they have in Australia, but this works for me. Add some to the leaves here, add a little color. And I could have brought in some green, but this was handy. Okay. And there is our Christmas card for Monday. Tomorrow we will be back with another Tag Tuesday. In the meantime, I hope you will remember to like, share, subscribe, and have fun with your stuff. Dig through stuff that you know that you bought 6 months ago and haven't touched since you brought it in the door. See what you've got. You can make Christmas, start on your Christmas cards. You can make thank you cards and have them ready to go, or sympathy cards, thinking of you, or just a hello, dear friend, or whatever, to send a card to somebody. I know postage is getting astronomical and it's getting silly, but will it break your bank to send a card, say, 1 a week? To brighten somebody's day. Everybody loves to get happy mail in any form, in any size. And I hope you'll do that. So remember, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with a new tag. Creative blessings.